back once again to Two Fried Eggs Podcast. I have no fucking clue what episode this is, but we're here with motherfucking Dolph and the one and only Plague. What's up, homie? How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
Shit, I'm good, bro. I've been fucking doing that GTA RP thing.
58.
Got him. Episode 58. God dang, we're getting up there. We're getting up there. So,
I had to think, man. I had to go through the episodes.
Right?
58.
God dang, man. We're getting... I can't believe we're already 58 in. That's wild.
I can't believe it's been 58 episodes. This is 58 episodes, and this is the first time you've come and hung out.
Yeah, Plague, what the fuck?
I'm kind of a private person.
He's a private person. This is not a good
I used to
situation
be, too, until I started fucking streaming. Now I'm fucking shaking my belly and doing all kinds of stupid shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that.
Well, I know. Yeah, probably not.
Honestly, though, people do want to see it. Like, people love the craziness. And the crazier you get, the fucking better that the stream does. So
Right.
like when you used to drink and get all fucking weird and shit on there.
Oh, man, bro.
People were coming there to see in the shit show. People will flock to see a shit show. That's why people like Leroy.
I'm jealous of fucking Plague's beer over there because I haven't drank in a while now. I haven't had a fucking drink of liquor in a few months now. It was ever since I started fucking taking this stuff for my, I don't know, medication
Chlamydia.
stuff or whatever, so I can't really drink. Yeah, chlamydia. I was trying to clear that up, and so I haven't been able to drink anything, you know.
Whose dog?
But it is what it is.
That's not Holly, is it?
Oh,
that's your
my
dog?
But what kind of dog you got?
Yeah.
Yeah, I beat you. Hell yeah, I win.
Well, he's we got him from the pound, so he's kind of a mixed dog, but he's kind of a corgi dachshund mix.
Oh hell yeah! I had dachshunds growing up, man. They're cool little dogs, man. Stubborn little
assholes.
bastards, but they're cool.
They are such
They're
assholes.
cool, man.
No, I love them.
We had short-haired ones, long-haired ones. That was just like the dog when I was younger. That's what we had.
We had a standard Dachshund. That fucker was 45 pounds and had separation anxiety. He ate through a metal cage to get out of there, trying to find us in the house when we were gone. Yeah, she'd go.
I have a story about one. We had a little brown one, little short-haired brown one. It was
Crazy
little, like,
bitch.
it was only about, yay big around or whatever.
Yeah, this bitch
and they
was 45
we went on
pounds.
vacation for like just a few days or whatever, so they put it out in the garage, right, with a bunch of food and water and so on and so forth. And when we came back home, that thing had ate like a 1.5 by 1.5 square through the drywall to get back into the house, like tore it all up. And like the dog's only this big, but it ate a fucking hole like 4 times the size out of the wall. And
Dude, that's
got
awesome.
back into the house, bro. That thing was determined. But it is funny. They're cool little dogs, man.
That is funny.
So what
All
the
right.
hell, dude? I heard you've been experimenting with some DayZ stuff, huh? Or playing around with it?
Recently working on mods. I've just recently got into that, like the last 3 months. Started with just changing. Like you got like a picture of a thing. I forgot what they call it, a PAA. It's basically a picture. And I started working on, say you got a clothing and you just want to retexture it, you can change what it looks like. And I started there and kind of always wanted to make a map. So
That's not that difficult, actually. Reskinning stuff, I know. It's as long as you have the right program, it's not that big of a deal, right? It's just like cutting, pasting, and just copying the file in, right?
It's a little bit more than that. It's a lot of coding. Coding is the biggest problem on that. But you can go into
So
any
why
text.
Okay, so I'm a mod on or an admin on tanning servers, and his one of his devs, Liberty. I don't know if you ever met Liberty. Really cool guy. Really, you should really connect with Liberty. I mean, I'll connect you with him after this because he does a lot of development for tanning, and he may be able to assist you with some of the stuff that you do. Like, it may even want to get involved if you want some more coding and stuff. Like, he's amazing. Anyways, he was trying to show me how he made because he made, remember the Sinners stuff, the Sinners gear that we had on the Dark Days? He made that stuff. And I was he was showing me how to do it. It was just in some kind of program. Like it had like it had a weird, like it was like square like this, and it came up and it was like the body armor and flattened out, and then he just drew on it, and then when it submitted it back through or some, I don't know what else it did on the back end, but we were just looking at how he made the actual picture. I don't know how he loaded it in though.
The picture ain't the hard part. It's you got to make coding to submit to Steam, so you can, and you got to go and say you got like a picture file, and you want to have a certain noise or whatever, or say you want to change attributes to it. You got to go back into the files and in your files, you got to change it to where it corresponds with the file in your thing. I don't know how to explain it really. I'm kind of new to it.
That's good enough for me, man. It's in the thing and gonna match up absolutely.
I've basically all the stuff I've learned has basically been through YouTube tutorials. So. And a little bit of help from people that I know that do it. There was one girl that's helped me out with a problem I had when I first started on retexturing. Her name's Blotters. She's a DayZ streamer, and she does a lot of retexturing. She's really good at it, and she went and helped me correct my files because I didn't know what I was quite doing at that time.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's great though. I love that people will come and help. Bro, I didn't know how to do any of this stuff when we first started, and now like you learn over time, and you've watched YouTube videos and ask professionals and all that. Like, is do as much as you can. Yeah, that's amazing. Like, my hats off to you because I couldn't imagine even like I don't know where to start, let alone what to do. Like, I just oh my god. I'm blown away by you guys that are able to do this stuff, that are willing to take the time to do it too.
With my map, I've been working on it, man. It is, I don't see, you've had Maddie on here.
Mm-hmm.
The time it takes to do that kind of work, I don't know if I could sit there and really get it to where he's got it. I've only done one town and a bunch of trees, and It's work. It's a lot of work. And then he's also put in.
We talked about this. See, Bosch, I don't know if you even know this. When they start the map, it's basically just a fucking blank canvas with grass coming out of it. And you have to put in everything. Whether it's elevation changes, whether every single freaking bush. Exactly.
There ain't nothing on the map. When you first start the map, you go in. When you buy DayZ, you get three things with DayZ. You get DayZ the game, you get DayZ tools, and you get DayZ servers. So once you buy DayZ, you get these other two things. If you download DayZ servers, you can basically work on your server. If you get DayZ tools, you can actually work on editing stuff. You get what I mean? So when you first start DayZ, if you say you want to edit a map, you go into a thing called Terrain Builder, and it kind of builds into the map, and you can size it up to how big you want it.
It's like the mountain. He'll pull the mountain, go boop, 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 or whatever, however it works, whatever.
And then when you get Terrain Builder set up and everything, you put like four maps together to make one's terrain, one's the height of everything, and then one's called a surface mask. I'm not exactly sure what that does. And then there's another one. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head.
Hey, Bosch, how you doing, buddy? Are you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just decided to, I guess, take a little break for a second and pop back in here. My bad. I don't know what the fuck happened. My website went down for a minute. I didn't even touch nothing, bro. I'm not even, I mean, I'm high as fuck, but I'm not that high.
I was about to say, how high is Bosch? Right now
All of a sudden, it just went.
He left the podcast.
It literally was funny because when it fucking dropped on me, I just got a white screen and it literally said "all snap." You have lost connection with the website or something like that. I'm like, "Oh snap, motherfucker!" I just hit reload and here I am.
Bitch,
baby.
am I
What's
tripping? What is in this weed? Oh shit!
That's
so anyway,
my bad. My bad.
He was talking about the terrain editor and
yeah.
Go ahead, please.
So when you get all four of them together, it creates the map. You get height, basically the terrain where it goes like, it's not just flat. And then you get the map. It's just, there's called a satellite image. It basically puts pictures on the map. So you get like rocks, you get like grass, you get a color of water and all that stuff.
Okay.
Nice. And it puts it all together and makes the map.
That's pretty dope.
Oh, goddamn. Sorry about that. Don't mind me.
Oh, no, we're not minding you at all.
Oh, shit.
Good Lord.
And then
so what,
oh, go ahead.
Like, when you start these fucking maps, I'm guessing, like, do you actually do, like, all the terrain and try and get different levels, or do you just, like, when you're starting it, like, when you started it, do you just start with, like, a town? I'm wondering if you go through and, like, do, like, well, we're going to put a mountain here, 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 and here, and then we'll start mapping out little by little.
Plague, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I truly am sorry that he didn't listen to anything you said in the last 7 fucking minutes that we were just sitting here. He just literally went through how he gets that, and then he turned to the terrain editor, and this is how he does it. And then he starts with the whole map. You blipped out a little bit, okay? But I'll give you a little bit of leeway there.
I lost my thingy thing. My bad. I'm good.
Well, technically he's right. So you can start a map and you can go with whatever terrain you want. But I actually went with a real life terrain. It's kind of out where I live, so.
That's cool.
Nice, hell yeah!
It's the whole terrain is actually what it looks like out where I live. So,
dude, where are you from? Awesome.
It's East Tennessee.
Oh
shit! The map's called Knoxville. So I don't live in Knoxville. But
there gonna be some motherfucking moonshine stills up in that motherfucker and shit.
I'd have to edit that in, but we'll see.
That'd be all right.
Dude, that'd be dope.
You're walking through there, you just see a bunch of smoke coming out of the woods and shit from people making their goddamn moonshine.
A bunch of hillbillies out there in the fucking hillbilly zombies. Oh, man. Yes, you have to make all the zombies
maybe
like
whiskey.
I mean, I ain't gonna say there's definitely moonshine stills out here, so.
Right? Yeah, hell yeah. That ain't no shit. So
okay,
what, go ahead. No, don't tell me what to do. You go.
I was asking him why this? Like, why do you spend your time, like, with all the maps that are out there, with all the good stuff that people are spending their time developing? Why did you start this? Like, why did you get into it?
I had started it before. I had done it 4 times and I failed on 3 of them. So I couldn't get it to work for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I always just wanted to make a map, to make it my own. That's really the whole answer there.
That's a good enough answer. I mean, honestly, if you just felt the need to make one for yourself and one that you knew and one that you loved, then I'm not mad at you, because really that's all Maddie said. Maddie's like, I was tired of playing in foreign lands where I didn't know things, and I wanted to watch and I wanted to play in this area that I thought it would make a great map. And we've all 3 played on this map. It made for an amazing map. Like, there's some thick forests that I've gotten like almost stuck between how close the trees are together. Like, it's that thick of a forest, and that's real for that type of area, with those old timber growths that haven't been touched ever or seen anybody go through there in years or at all. Maybe, like, it's not even game trails when I was running away from some of the stuff that was happening. Yeah. It was bad. It was wild. So is yours gonna be like that?
Mine is where I live. It's pretty much a good majority of it is trees. So if I do it exactly the way it is here, I think I'm going to have to change it a little bit because there's too much buildings, if that makes any sense. So I think there would be, if you go from if you looked at Maddie's map and you look at it, there's space in between towns.
Mm-hmm.
Out where I live, there really ain't much. There's a lot of trees, but there's a house here, house there, house there, house there. And it don't seem like it would give any harshness to the survival. So I'm probably going to take out some roads and some houses.
Okay. So one of the things that Maddie was talking about, and I actually messaged him Sunday, I believe, or not Sunday, yesterday, Saturday. He was talking to us about engagement flow. Is that something that you're worrying about or even thinking about at this point? Or is that something you're not even thinking about?
At first, I was thinking I was just going to make it totally exactly the same as where I live.
What, Bosch?
What's up? You got nothing? Looks like he lost connection.
I'm perfect. What are you talking about?
Okay.
But the flow, I never really thought about it. I was going to make it exactly the same as my town. And now that I look at it, it's almost too much, so I'm probably going to take out some stuff. It's not going to be exactly the same.
Okay.
It can't be DayZ unless you have lots of fucking running between towns, bro.
Yeah, and
Ain't
where
that
I
fucking
live, there wouldn't be much of it, so I'll probably be taking out some towns, and I'll probably have to re-edit it a little bit. But right now, I got one town built, and that's about it. A bunch of trees and some water.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
trees and water in a town. That's more than I have.
Well, and just learning, man. That's the main thing. Like getting in there, messing with it, and learning, and then who knows where it'll go one of these days. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm definitely learning. So, but the time I put into it, probably, I don't know, 2 months.
Right.
I've only got one town built, and I got a shit ton of trees on it. I got about, I don't know, 500,000 trees on it. Like literally
500,000 fucking trees. And he's at the place
That's
each one.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, and that's just like the center of the map. Like,
That's
now
crazy,
remember,
bro.
like how
And you have to
the
put
madness.
each
That's
individual
crazy.
tree in there.
I'm just say
Or
you got a
do you do,
map.
like clusters.
I'll draw a line around where trees are, and then I'll fill it in with trees, and it automatically does it for you.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Hell yeah.
dope.
Yeah,
It'd be interesting. It's just nothing I've ever messed with, so I don't know anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never did the only time I've really made a map for anything was way back on like a sight bike when you had that option on regular Nintendo. You could go in and put little ramps around for your little fucking bullshit bike to jump over. You know, that's as far as I've.
I was always way too brutal in that game. I would always beat myself up too. Like
Shit.
just a bunch of herkies or something. It was stupid. Like I just
I don't know if you remember that game. For the other thing was fun, bro. Back in the
I
day.
love that game.
Have you been gaming since you were a kid? Like, is that something you've always been around, or no?
I have gamed since I was really young. I don't know if y'all remember Tecmo Bowl.
Oh yeah, for
yeah.
sure. Yep.
My brother's team was Miami Dolphins, and I was the Raiders. So,
God,
that
here
was
we
epic.
go.
That
What
was
the
epic,
hell?
then. Bro, the
Back there on
Dolphins
Super
and Tecmo
Techno Bowl, the
amazing.
Chiefs had Christian Okoye, bro. He's a fucking tank on that bitch, dude.
Wow, they had Bo
I
Jackson.
remember
He
I
was
was
the cheat
little.
code.
I was little, and my oldest brother is 9 years older than me, so he would always come home, and like he had a job and stuff. So every once in a while, he'd like rent a game. So it was like me as a kid, it was always hoping like he would rent a game and come home, because then I'd sit there and either play or watch him play or get to play a little bit here and there. And so as a kid, I just remember like when my big brother would come home with a rented freaking video game from the local video game store back then, you know, it was always like a treat. And like Techno Bowl was one of those. He'd always bring home, you know, different ones. But
it sucks that people won't ever get to feel that kind of excitement again about gaming and like the time that you
like
spend
being a kid.
people.
Yeah, it was literally like something I just remember that feeling being like when he would come home hoping that he rented a game or something, because I was just a little kid and I wanted to like see the different games, because back then it was so fucking new, you know, like to us. Yeah. I mean, we had an Atari at one point, but once I really started to focus on games and stuff, it was NES, and like it was all so new and cool, and it was it was definitely something I looked forward to. And then the whole point, like it was like back in the Blockbuster stuff and whatnot, the thing actually having to go out and like see if the game's there and you know, pick out which one you want, bring it home, find out if it's shit or not.
Could you imagine having to rent these games and like going to a store, picking them up, taking them home, putting them on your stuff, and then spending like 3 days straight playing it like we did back in the day? Like you'd have to get the whole game in the 3 days that you rented. And you're like, but Mom, it's just one more day. Like I just need one more day to beat this thing.
Yeah,
returning it.
Then next thing you know, you're just acquiring late fees. Like, damn it. And you take this shit back.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't see that anymore. Then people won't feel that. And that sucks. Granted, you know that the life that people live in gaming now is so much different than that. But in my opinion, it's better. Like, I didn't know you fools, and you guys don't live anywhere close to me. And here I am sitting here talking to you. I mean, I can guarantee you this. Me and Plague have played more DayZ together than me and you have, Bosch.
Oh,
hands
down.
Sure.
Oh.
No, it's the truth. We just don't get me and Bosch don't get the game as much as we want to. Like, I watch him play, he watches me play, but us playing together, it's slim to none.
Not very often.
So it is what it is. But it's
Thank God. I mean, I'd get tired of your ass if I had to fucking game with you all the time on top of doing this shit, bro. What the fuck?
Dude, no shit. That's why I don't even come to the stream anymore. I just come in there, type a few things, and go on my business. Go take a nap. Whatever. I don't know. Just whatever.
I mean, you two do pretty well together. I
mean, we try. We've had fun, man, doing this. And as you mentioned earlier, I'm sorry, I'm high as a kite, dude. So
dude, you are so
the fucking beard game is strong. I know Dolph mentioned it right before we went live, but man, we are rocking some killer beards here.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a whole lot of ladies out there just getting all fucking moist right now watching this.
All right, so I don't view you guys as competition for this. I can tell you guys, I'm serious. I mean, I already told Bosch this, but I wanted to tell you this. I'm seriously thinking about being a real beard Santa. Like, dude, for real, a real beard Santa. I did some research, man. Them fools make like $60-$70 an hour.
What?
During the holiday. If you get like
Look
a real
at
one,
you
can't be at your local goddamn fucking thrift store or some shit, motherfucker. You gotta get a real goddamn Santa job, you know what I'm saying?
We have 2 full-time Santas here locally where I live.
You're gonna need some more gray in your shit, Plague. You ain't getting shit right now.
I'll dye it white.
That's true. Man. You can dye it. Hell yeah, dye it.
If I can make, because the national average is like $63 an hour. And that's mall Santas, that's like catering party Santas, and like everything in between. Like they're actors basically, so they make pretty good money. So I'm gonna look into it locally and see what I can do. I'm
gonna find out. Like when we make it, I'm gonna find out where you're fucking sitting, being Santa Claus, and I'm gonna come in there and just get in line. I'm gonna come over there and sit on your fucking lap and be like, ho ho ho, motherfucker.
You fucking motherfucker, you're not going anywhere.
I'm gonna shit on your leg. Have a nice day.
I apologize for our friend Bosch here. He is crazy. I cannot. I can't condone anything you say.
That's all I'm gonna do too. I'm just gonna be like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'm gonna be like, and then I'm just gonna get up, walk out.
Some poo.
See, I can only imagine that being a rough job. I mean,
I don't know. I don't want to. You have so many snotty kids, dude, just sitting all over you and stuff.
I know. Kids, but honestly, though, most kids are going to act right when they sit in front of Santa anyway, though. Like, especially in the South, like,
Dude, there's a lot
I've
of
never
kids,
seen-
though, that start screaming and crying and shit, though. Like, I've seen plenty of kids when I take my kids where they freak out because Santa Claus is a big, scary, fucking fat guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, me.
Think
Yeah,
they're
they're-
pedo or something.
And so you got to try to fucking calm these kids down and be like, oh, I'm just, I'm a dad. I've raised 3 kids and shit, man, and I don't know. I mean, it's good money. Don't get me
I've raised
wrong.
4.
It's good money. So if you can find a place that'll pay you that kind of money to be a goddamn Santa Claus, I guess just fucking go for it, huh?
That's what I'm saying. If I can find a place to do it, like if I can make shoot $20,000 extra a year, like that's nothing to shake a stick at. If I'm doing it 2 days a week, 3 days a week during the holiday season, bro.
You all ready for Christmas, Plague? Get all that shit done? Seeing as how it's next fucking weekend. God damn.
At our house, we don't celebrate it, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right on. So how has that been? Like, how is that? It's a religious thing or no?
For me, it's not, but for my family, it is, so.
Okay, I got you.
My actual family, my blood family, they do celebrate it, but my wife and family do not, so.
I understand. Oh, yeah.
And for me, when it comes to actually all holidays, not just this one, not having, I remember when I was younger and spending all my money and being worried to pay the bills at the end of the month. So it's a stress off my back, not having to deal with it.
That ain't no shit, bro. Because I've been through the ringer trying to fucking work up the money to get through this fucking holiday, man. It's just the way it is,
I don't do
dude.
it, man.
Like,
I'm
I make
sorry,
sure
but-
that everybody's taken care of,
And I'm not going to say I don't totally celebrate it. I spend time with my family, but I tell them not to get anything for me because I'm not getting you anything. I just want to see you. I mean, that's just it.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, that's what
me and
we
my
kind
family
of do
it
too,
really helps.
honestly. Like, I just get my kids' stuff, and then, like, everybody gets their kids' stuff. The grandparents, every once in a while, try to buy something, little for all the little kids. But as far as us older guys, like on I guess Christmas or whatever, we do the Bad Santa or White Elephant or whatever, where we all just buy, like, I've got, like, 4 or 5 little gifts sitting over here behind me that we'll just wrap up and throw in the middle of the floor, and everybody draws a number, you know what I'm saying? That's
Cool.
kind of fun. So, but that just saves us from, like, the adults not buying gifts for each other. Because, dude, nowadays, that's fucking ridiculous, bro. I don't see how you could do it. There's a guy at work that was like, oh, I got to buy for, like, 17 people or something. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. You're out of your goddamn mind, bro. Hell no.
I remember how stressful
I
it was back when I was younger, though. Like, when I was, like, teenager and stuff, like, in high school. Like, I got to buy for this person and this person. Like, I would never want to be that way again. I'm sorry. Like, I don't even apologize for not giving people Christmas gifts anymore. If it's just not, I don't do it. Like, me and my wife, we don't even exchange gifts anymore because there's just no reason for it. I buy her stuff and I do stuff for her. I get her stuff all year long. I don't wait until Christmas to spoil my wife.
Right.
She likes to open things, so I get her little things. It's not a big deal. I don't really want anything. Like, it's just, I get my stuff.
I just waited forever to spoil them, and then that way they leave, and then I don't have to deal with them anymore.
You're a fool.
I'm like, yeah, I'm never buying you any flowers. Get the fuck out.
Oh, ladies, he's single.
I'm single, baby.
He's
Right
single.
here.
Listen to him.
I'm single.
Come and get some.
5'6", 280 pounds of fucking pure loving right here, baby.
There you go. With a bad chronic habit and works too much.
Chronic habit and wears Ninja Turtle hats at 42 years old. I mean, what more could you want?
Sir, what is wrong with the Ninja Turtles at 42?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. One of the
saying,
presents I got back here is a little fucking Ninja Turtle fucking little rug, or not rug, but blanket.
You ever see what 40-year-olds look like when we were kids?
Oh,
Them fuckers looked rough. They looked
true that.
They looked rough. They looked beat up. They wow. Bro, we are not the same 40-year-olds that they were when, like, 20, 30 years ago when we were kids, looking up and saying,
do you think they did more cocaine and shit back then?
I guarantee they did a lot more cocaine, a lot more psychedelics. They
Yes.
they
Oh,
smoked
that
everybody
shit, bro.
fucking smoke.
That's why, dude. They're all fried up, dude.
Bro,
Fried
chain
up and then
smoking
fucking
in the car, in the house, and fucking all that shit, dude. That stuff wears
Nothing
on
but-
you, man.
nothing but hard labor and drugs, dude. Lots of liquor.
Bro,
Yeah.
hard drugs and shit. The
Shit.
70s were fucking rough, man.
Right.
The 60s and 70s, when my parents were growing up, they was fucked. Like, I remember my dad when he was, like, when he died, he was 50. And, dude, he looked horrible. Like,
Yeah.
this is what it is.
Well,
And he was a badass.
But they say we keep getting softer and softer, but we keep living longer and longer. So what the fuck's that say?
Yeah, my dad died at 55, and let's just say he lived a rough life.
Hold on. Don't talk. Please don't talk.
Why not talk?
Because you said this. Why? We're not expecting you to talk. Hold
No,
on.
I just
Why the fuck are
letting
we
you know
all-
I muted because I fucking hit this thing and I'm
I don't
choking
know.
my ass off.
You 100% saw that.
Whew.
Yeah, my dad, when he was
Fucking hell.
getting, when
Fucking hell.
he was in his older years, he'd come home with like, he was a drinker, and he smoked a shit ton of pot, and he grew his own pot in the garden that we had.
There you go.
He came
Good
home
job, Dad.
with 6 quarts every night, six Budweiser quarts, the big guys.
Right,
Oh,
right.
goodness.
By the end of the week, he'd have that porch full of 40 ounces. So he didn't live to 55. I don't know why.
Damn. Yeah, right. This
Listen,
stuff's
they
killer.
just
That's
talk about
why.
dad's living crazy. One of my earliest memories of my father was my mom yelling at him, "How the fuck did you get taken to the emergency room for eating flowers?" And
What
I had
the
no
fuck?
At 4 years old, I had no fucking clue either. By about 12 years old, though, I realized what the fuck they were talking about. In Florida, there is a flower called the angel trumpet. And they are a psychedelic, but they will also fucking kill you if you do too much. Like they will,
No
they're
shit.
poison. Yeah, dude. Angel trumpets, look them up, dude. They're not illegal in Florida to have them and grow them in your yard, but they are fucking poisonous to people, and they'll trip your ass
It's like
off.
them dudes that go around licking poisonous frogs to get high, bro.
Yeah, like what the fuck? There's so many normal
Like,
drugs
it's
out there.
like,
Why do
it's
that?
so toxic. Yeah, like why can't you just? I mean, people do it because they're like they want to experience like every type of hallucination. Is that right?
Hallucinogenic.
That you can. Yeah, that was a hard word. Hallucination.
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 Hallucinogenic.
Yeah, whatever the fuck, whatever you're saying there. That's what they want to experience. But anyway, I don't know, it's probably another podcast or whatever, and these motherfuckers go around licking these fucking frogs to get high, dude. Like, what the
And then
fuck?
doing a podcast.
Of course, I guess eating shrooms out of a fucking shit pile is just as bad, maybe, than licking a frog.
I don't know.
It's a good question, though, isn't it?
That's a question for another podcast. I'll tell you that much right now.
Do you currently smoke? Are you a smoker as well as having a few beers, or what?
I currently don't smoke. I've kind of left that mostly behind.
Right.
Around here, it's illegal, so
Oh, I got you.
yeah. So, and it ain't really why I stopped. I have anxiety problems, so
Trust me, I understand that.
and I'm paranoid normally. So when I smoke, I'm even more paranoid to where I can't even leave the house. So
Right.
Keep
I
on
had
tinfoil hats and shit.
no tinfoil hats, but
Oh,
I'm
man,
just
then you can
I'm
fucking
just-
go out there. You're good. You're good.
I'm just super paranoid. So
Right. I have a lot of issues with it when I first start. Like if I stop for a long time and then I start smoking again, it takes me a while to get, because I got to get to that groove where I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying? Before I can really set in and enjoy it. Or
I
start
really
to
couldn't
enjoy it.
accomplish anything. So it just had to go. It's been like 3-4 years. So
I feel like being high helps me play Leroy,
well,
Why?
good.
because he's like a kind of stoner gangsta fucking street hustling. So I don't know. I just think it fits the personality. Puts me more into that kind of.
He's very loose.
Able to play that role or whatever, you know. Yeah.
I feel you there.
And then, excuse me, God damn it, fucking voice. But then, also, like, if you mix in that sativa stuff and shit, then it makes you also get kind of chatty sometimes and shit. So,
see, if it was legal here, I would probably actually go back to it a little bit. But
yeah, it can be fucked up with anxiety, though, man. Because I suffer from a lot of anxiety. I take medication for it daily. And I was experiencing some of it today, you know. I was having some issues today, not like terrible, but just kind of you can feel it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And luckily I got through it by the time the stream rolled around and did all right tonight and all that and the podcast. But it can definitely fuck up, like especially if it's something that you don't do all the time and whatnot with anxiety. It can fuck you up with smoking sometimes. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was going through some serious anxiety back a couple months ago, and some of my favorite strains were given. I mean, hold him. I was like, how the fuck did OG Kush, after smoking this shit for years, all of a sudden start giving me serious anxiety and panic attacks? And it was not that. It was just that I needed to get on some medication.
Right.
Figured enough. Bottoms up.
There you go. Slam it down, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't none of us getting any younger, man. I swear. I take more medication now than I ever have my whole life. Up until I was probably 30 or so, I didn't even have any goddamn insurance or anything. I just didn't go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? Older I get,
get you?
What's that?
Obamacare get you?
No, hell no. At that point, I think well, actually, the only reason I ended up having insurance is because I was forced to get it for my kids.
Child support.
That's the only reason I ever ended up getting it. And then luckily, I mean, I've used the shit out of it this last couple of years. But
no kidding.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's a time there too with anxiety. Yeah. There's a time there, like during this podcast, right when we first started this podcast, I started having some serious fucking anxiety issues, and I was talking to Dolph about it because we come up, you know, with the 2 fried eggs thing and the whole cannabis thing and so on and so forth. I'm like, dude, I don't know if I can smoke anymore. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to because my anxiety and shit was getting the best of me and stuff. And we kind of had to sit down and I was like, I mean, I've smoked enough and shit and I've been around pot enough since I was a kid and we could probably continue on, but it would, you know, it would just be me talking from experience rather than actually getting fucked up and interviewing people and shit like that.
And I'll be over here stoned off my ass watching you laughing.
Yeah. But luckily I was able to pull through it, you know, but it was rough there for a while, boy. Whew.
Yeah, but it's legal where you are, so do you really have to smoke it? You can eat it.
That's what really gets me is the edibles, because I was messing around doing edibles and
fuck his ass up,
and I was doing RSO or the FICO stuff and whatnot.
That was my fault.
And,
that was my fault.
But that stuff was all right, man. I just got this. What really happened, what really set it off, is I was having a few anxiety things, and I got these little fucking chews or whatever that were like supposed to be 10 milligrams a piece or something. I ate 2 of them. Well, boy, they sent me to the fucking moon, and I was in a place where I probably shouldn't have done them anyway. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And yeah, it put me in a bad place, dude, with my anxiety and shit. So,
but there's plenty of ways to do it. So it's
yeah.
It's not eating or
I
smoking.
mean, you should try that.
I've been puffing that joint, and then I've got 3 different fucking carts here.
Yeah, suppositories.
Take your fucking picks, man. I got a little bit of everything sitting here.
He's not listening.
I know. I'm ignoring. There's a difference. There's a big fucking difference between not listening and just plain ignoring.
You can't ignore us. We're talking about sticking weed up your ass.
Oh, I keep hearing a suppository. I just keep talking. Fuck it. Not even gonna get into it.
They have topical cream too.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of what I was thinking. The topical creams where you could.
I wonder how that works, man. I know they got that shit for like sore muscles and stuff. It's supposed to work pretty good. Like even Joe Rogan talks about using topicals and shit like that seem to help a little bit. So
hear me out. What about jerking off with that lotion? That's topical.
All right, I'm placing my order. Fuck it. Placing my order. Placing my order. We're gonna.
Could you imagine getting stoned off of that? Bro, you look fucking blown. I know I jerked off 17 times today.
7. I went through a whole jar of cream, bro. A whole jar of cream. They're gonna be like at the dispensary, like, bro, why are you buying a whole tub of? Why are you asking for a gallon tub of cream now, dude? What the fuck? You're trying to get that.
I've ever had.
You're trying to get that fucking jumbo size, bro. You're like gallon mayonnaise jar here.
Oh God!
What the fuck, bro? What is wrong with you, man?
Because they actually.
What's wrong with me? You just took that. What's wrong with me?
So do they actually sell suppositories?
Oh, they do. Absolutely.
I think I'm sure they probably
They do.
bro.
No, they really
I'm
do.
sure they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. Dolph's got one in now.
Stone, what do you want from
Who
me?
am I kidding? He's got like 2 or 3. Like they're that small? Fuck, give me 5 of them. I got this. Oh, good lord. That's fucked up, bro.
You're horrible.
Oh, man.
All right.
Well, then. So, where do we go from here?
I got Blake fucking giggling.
Oh, my God, dude. That was crazy.
I don't laugh too much, so that's pretty good shit.
Yeah, that was good, man. You guys fucking cracking me up, bro.
I'll take it.
We need to get old Plague. We need to get you on some motherfucking GTA RP. You can come in there and hang out with Leroy, dog.
See, I actually applied for that server you're in, but I got denied because, well,
Yeah.
I guess I'm not good at answering questions.
Yeah, you got to really learn the kind of just learn the basics of RP and how to word your stuff in there. Because you actually, like, when they're asking those questions and shit on those apps, you want to talk in there as if you're your character. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to talk like, well, I would have him do this or him do this. Be like, you want to kind of play it in a way that you're referring to yourself in those questions as they actually.
Me being Tyrone Biggs, I'm the baddest pimp in the town.
Yeah.
I would go ahead and take over the town and shoot this person in the face, like whatever the question would be. You get to talk to like a first person.
But those questions are set up too to try to trick you as far as the rules go, because there's rules of engagement in RP, like to be able to shoot somebody or do different things, or when you can pull out your gun and actually protect yourself if somebody else has already got a gun out and stuff. So those questions are made to fucking try to trick you and find out if you know just kind of the basics of RP.
I don't think my answers were good enough, honestly, but
yeah. I wonder how long till you could apply again though.
The next day.
They said
they don't have a time limit on there.
Yeah, they're better than the other ones.
I know the big servers too. Like if you apply on there, then they're like, well, you can apply again in another 6 weeks or some shit.
I hate that. Like,
there's a set time.
I think they're so bad. They're too good for themselves.
I mean, I could see where if you're getting a ton, like say No Pixel or some of the, I don't know if that's really the biggest one anymore, honestly, but like on those big servers, I could see where if they were just having people reapply and just throwing bullshit stuff out there, like not taking time to actually do it. They're like, oh, I just failed. I'll just put it in tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, just hoping to get through. And they're just getting flooded with bullshit, So I could see that.
I see both sides, but I think like the New Day one is too extreme.
Right.
New
Day's rough to get in, bro. It really is rough to get in. So
why do y'all change servers?
That's part of it.
I changed. Okay, so we got in there and Big T wanted to change, but at the same time, Big T decided to change. He found Rush Hour, so I jumped over there and found out that Milkman and House were already in there. So my goal was to hopefully get more people in. Like now we have Aaliyah in the city. But Big T's kind of got distracted. Then,
he did too,
well, he works quick. A lot. He works a lot. I think he's not necessarily distracted. He's just got IRL stuff going on. House got hooked on DayZ because I think he's fairly new to DayZ, or at least on the DayZ side of PC world.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. Well, Dolph's on DayZ. We got just people all over the place. And plus, the schedules just don't work out either, man. The schedules just don't work out.
I told you about my GTA at this point. I had my anxiety with it being so bad, like being in the city just gives me so much anxiety at this point. Like I can't do it. Yeah, it's I can't deal with like the being a criminal at this point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or even just being there doing anything. Like, it's weird. I can't explain it, but
Well,
it's a game that it's not giving me joy. So
yeah, there's no point to it then. Yeah,
exactly. Like I want to play. Trust me. I'm sitting here like, man, I want to fucking play that game. Like you got the Rebel. I want to drive that Rebel. That sounds amazing. Just can't do it.
You just need to come in one day and hang with old Leroy. Leroy straighten you right out.
Yeah, Leroy get me stoned off my ass. Arrested.
Yeah, chased by the popo.
Maybe you should try a different character who's not a criminal.
It's not even that just the being a criminal. It's even like the RP interactions. Like I was avoiding interactions when I was in there last time. Like
well,
that's
how often? Well, I guess if you were kind of grinding just a little bit low and laying low and stuff, you'd be able to play and build yourself. But like because I look at it like how much are you actually playing games? Because I don't really play games unless I'm streaming most of the time. So I
play all the time off stream.
Well, I didn't know that. I did know that, but I was just assuming. I'm like, well, how much time would you really have to build a character and all that? Because when I'm playing GTA RP off stream, I'm laying low, like trying to stay in the background and fucking just kind of grow or do whatever.
$75,000, bought a car, all this stuff.
I got fucked today. I logged in for just a little bit, bro. I was off stream. I logged in for just a little bit, and I'm like, because Leroy, for people listening, if you don't know, Leroy's my character I play on GTA RP, and so anyway, I grew all weekend with Leroy. Got a whole bunch of weed and stuff, but I didn't have enough storage. I got the van in the apartment. I didn't have enough room to put all that shit up. So I get on today just for a little bit, and I'm like, I'm just going to jump on, see if there's a salesman buying other vans, because you can stash stuff in the van and put it in the garage or whatever. Next thing you know, it turns into rolling some dice, some dude giving me $75,000, then the salesman taking me for a test drive in his Rebla, buying the Rebla, having to go get the Rebla fixed. And next thing you know, I mentioned like getting a job there, and he's like, well, you can't get a job here, but I'll get you a job at Burger Shot. And then he's calling somebody, and then we're going over there, and I'm like, dude, I need to get the fuck off here. But it turned into this whole ordeal, that was not planned at all. I was just trying to jump on real quick, grab a fucking cheap vehicle and jump off. It was crazy.
So I don't know why I'm stressed out trying to play this game. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, bro.
It seems to me the grind on GTA can get quite frustrating. I've watched it quite a bit, and the grind is real on GTA RP.
Well, and then you just get knocked back down too. You can build up some money, and next thing you know, the police pop you or something. You get knocked back down.
Or you buy a car.
But the way I look at it, and I've kind of come to look at it, I didn't always look at it like this, is I treat like the actual gameplay, other than the RP part of it, the gameplay of GTA is more like an MMORPG to me. Like how you get super grindy, like running dungeons over and over and over again to fucking get the best loot and stuff. Just in GTA, you're selling drugs or working at the burger shop or being a cop or whatever. You're just grinding to get your better gear, which you have to get money for. So it's almost like a. Oh yeah,
$11,000 today.
Well, I didn't go get my other paycheck, bro. I made more than 11 G's today.
That's crazy. Like, you wonder how these people that work those places can afford the nice
gonna
things.
Be balling, dude.
Like, you don't even have to be a criminal and work that for a couple hours a day.
I know. That's what I kind of wondered, though. That's kind of what's throwing me off on the whole storyline, because, like, Leroy's always a hustler and shit, bro. Leroy's always a hustler and shit, so now it's...
legal hustle.
I know, dude, but, like... I know. I got that feeling today. I'm like, man, I could be making a whole lot more at Burger Shot just doing RP through there.
Pay me crazy money for being up here.
But it's also, you don't want to just do that, because that would get super boring as well, too. Hey, I like it, man. You're doing good.
It's getting there.
I think it would get super boring either way, so at least it'll help mix it up. I can go make some money at Burger Shot so I can do more criminal shit and pay for the fines when I get busted and not be broke and still have some nice stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I think even though I'll probably make more money at Burger Shot than the criminal side of things, the criminal side of things is what's going to keep it interesting and break up the Burger Shot RP. Even though the RP in there is pretty fun, I enjoyed, like, when the customers were coming in. You can see where it's going to be pretty interesting with Leroy behind the counter. It's going to get fun sometimes. So.
Oh yeah, they're not ready for you. Like, that's the thing. That's like you and Peels. Leroy and Peel's to order from at these places is the best thing ever. Like, I know I've watched you and I've taken order from her before. She's insane. So like, yeah, that's gonna be fun.
I would love to get more people in there. Like Tange, it'd be dope to get him in there. But did you know, of course that's Jack Smack or whatever, I call him Jack Smack, but anyway, that plays Tange, but he also has his cop on there too. So he has a cop in the city as well he plays.
There's in the city?
Mm-hmm. Buck Nasty, his old cop Buck Nasty that was a cop with Leroy back in the day.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, because he was a cop with Leroy back in the day when Leroy was law-abiding. Leroy was never fully law-abiding. He was a cop rolling around with crack in his glove box, So,
honestly,
and it was
Leroy's
crazy. They wouldn't make him a detective or anything because Leroy was a cop, but he was cool with all the gangs in the city. He's cool with everybody, even though he was busting them every once in a while.
Bro, that's the shit that makes good content, though. Honestly, like it's all that cop RP is huge. Yeah, man, you gotta come hang out.
We'll have to get you. I'll try that application again, man. I think you'll enjoy it if you can get in there and actually play around. It's fun.
I probably will enjoy it, but honestly, I've never done any RP virtually at all, so it'd be a.
At one point, none of us had done any RP before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not me. I always been pretending.
Oh yeah, my whole life's been RP, bro. What the fuck?
Tend to be normal.
You all at least have the experience. I don't have any, so
I've been RPing since I was like fucking 11 years old. Like I got 30 plus years of RP experience.
Oh yeah, because you were doing the fucking Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah,
not Dungeons and Dragons. Was it?
Dragons. I played live action RP.
For some reason, I was thinking I said that wrong. My brother got into the stuff, but the Dungeons and Dragons or whatever, but that's literally what led up to all these fucking MMOs and shit. I mean, that literally is the MMO is all it's doing in the background is rolling dice every time you hit something, Shit
RNG
like that,
is dice rolling, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter if it's 1 out of 100 or 1 out of 1,000,000. It's still fucking rolling a big ass dice.
Yeah, it's still a fucking dice roll. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
I love it. That cracks me up, but it's true.
So what's your goal for, I'm skipping back here, but what's your say, do you have a set goal for, say, next year as far as the map building, or is it just purely something that when you have time, you're just going to jump in there and toy around and learn, or?
I've just been toying around with it here and there, so I have no goal for it. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. Today, I was working on it really all day. You got like a satellite image. So say you go to Google Earth and you look at your area. That's basically the image I got. And it'll show like the tops of houses and stuff.
Right.
I've been going back and using like basically a paint program and coloring them out so you can't see them.
Nice.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put it back into the game so you can't see like a big red spot on the ground.
I think it would be cool. Is there a way to where you could do say you just do one big town, right? You don't even make a whole map. You just do one big town and bring it into a server where it's like a 20-slot server or something like that, where it would just be like it's still survival, but you're just surviving in one big city. So you're almost doing it's a smaller group of people for a smaller area, but you're trying to survive as long as you can just within this confined city. More of a, maybe if there's extra guns and bullets and stuff, almost like a deathmatch type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Where you could just design these small maps, little just burst maps, where you could do like a suburban city somewhere, and then you could do like a village, and just these little maps for small board games type of thing would be kind of cool.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Mine's pretty large. I don't know the exact size of it.
Hey, bro, keep that shit to yourself, okay? Mine's tiny.
Yeah, it's absolutely large. I'm talking about the map.
Oh, maps. Oh,
yeah.
I thought we switched on to something different all of a sudden. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
But if you think about maps, I don't know if you've seen Utes. Utes is an old map from Arma 2, and it's a really small island that you can get on, and it's extremely small.
Right.
And you can make your map whatever size you want, but it's got to be a certain size. Like, you can't have, like, 20 by 30. It's like 20 by 20, 40 by 40, basically. It's got to have some kind of cohesion to it.
Okay.
Hold on, that's a big word. What's that mean?
It can't be, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you.
Jesus. Hey, don't fuck with the guests, man. You're not going to get anybody on here anymore. Jesus, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know. There's either ghosts outside or sirens. I can't tell.
I mean, you live in Kansas City.
I mean, if
I'm
they're
gonna go with
really
sirens.
far away, if they're really far away, it's sirens. If it's close, it's ghosts outside. That's all I know. I can't decide which one.
Sure.
So
By the
y'all
way,
ready for,
this is good weed, bro.
No shit.
so y'all ready for Christmas?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude! I got everything done, man. I got the fucking. Well, actually, my older daughter wrapped all the presents for my younger daughter, plus all the, we got. I'm doing Santa Claus this year and shit, so we got that part done, and everything's good, bro. I think we're ready to rock and roll. Shit. So I'm good, man. I'm glad I finally got it done, and I mean, a lot of that goes out to the support with the community and shit, bro. Because every time there's a fucking donation or sub or anything like that, fucking helps that mission out or that goal get reached. So a lot of that help goes out to the community and shit, which is huge, bro. So I'm stoked. I'm glad it's done. That's like, now I can just kind of sit back, take a breath, and be like, all right, let's just enjoy this next week,
That's what's up, man. It's not easy to do.
Ain't it next week? I don't really keep up with it.
Next,
Oh
next
yeah, right.
Christmas.
Yeah, it's next week. So I'm off Monday. Monday's Christmas Day because I got to work Tuesday. Yeah, so but I'll be off. The way my work does it, we got like each of us have the day of off, and then we have to take, because they give us 2 vacation days or 2 holidays for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. But they don't want to pay us extra money, so they force you to take, since it falls on a weekend, they force you to take either the Friday prior or the Tuesday after, and they just split it between 50-50, the workers. So we're going to be half staff Friday and Tuesday.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, because they don't want to pay you extra money, so they make you take an extra day off instead, which is cool. I mean, you get a 4-day weekend. You know what I'm saying? But instead of the extra 8 hours of pay.
Yeah, I'm getting a 3-day. I got Friday, Saturday, work Sunday, and
what about New Year's? What about fucking New Year's, bro? What
about it?
The fuck's going on New Year's? Are we gonna spend it together live on the podcast? You're like, no, you got a wife, bro. You ain't doing shit. You're gonna be out there, fucking. You're gonna be like, hey, I want to record a podcast with my buddy till the ball drops, and she's gonna be like, bitch, you know who I am? I'm your fucking wife. You better pay attention to me during the motherfucking balls. The only balls better be dropping are on my fucking. Oh no, I'm just joking. How did we get back to my wife? He knows what I was talking about. He knows what I was talking about.
Bro.
All right, motherfuckers. And on that note, we're gonna call that shit right fucking here. Yo, Plague, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you for the bloop. Referring to what I was, Dolph's and New Year's plans. And until next time, Dolph, we love you. 2 Fridays podcast. Stay fly, homies. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.